The EVs are raging across segments. The premium segment has had a few players in the field for the last few years. However, with the recent global unveiling of the Elroq by Škoda, this segment is potentially in the path of blowing up pretty soon. So this brings us to get to know these premium EV SUVs which are there in the market from a closer lens. However, one entry might sound out of place according to the price point, but makes us proud as a country because this one definitely punches above its weight. I talk a lot, that's at least what I've been told. So let's cut and get on with the spec comparison between these EVs. So we have the Škoda Elroq, its elder sibling the Enyaq, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the Tata Curvv EV. Let's get on with it, shall we? Just a note, the Škoda specs are according to the global release while the other are available in India, so Indian specs. Duh. First up, battery capacity. The Škoda siblings, the Elroq and the Enyaq, come in 3 to 4 variants with 3 battery capacities of 55 kWh, 63 kWh and 82 kWh. The Hyundai Ioniq comes in just one long-range version of 72.6 kWh. The Tata Curvv, on the other hand, has 2 variants, a 45 kWh and a 55 kWh. Power-wise, the Škoda siblings are almost at par with each other. However, the Elroq beats its larger sibling, the Enyaq, on a few spaces. The Elroq delivers a varied power range as per battery capacity at 170, 204 and 285 PS, while the Enyaq goes 148, 203 and 265 PS. The Ioniq stands at 217 PS and the Curvv at 150 and 167 PS. Torque numbers are big on these EVs. The Elroq has a varied torque output of 310 and 545 Newton meters. The Enyaq torque output lies at 220 Newton meters and on the other hand going up to 425 Newton meters. The Ioniq churns out 350 Newton meters and the Tata Curvv at a decent 215 Newton meters. In terms of length, the Curvv is the shortest at 4310 millimeters. The Elroq comes in next at 4488 millimeters. The Ioniq and the Enyaq are close at 4635 and 4649 millimeters respectively. The Elroq is the widest at 2148 millimeters. The rest are comparatively much less wide though. The Ioniq comes in next at 1890 millimeters, the Enyaq closely follows at 1879 millimeters and the Curvv at last at 1810 millimeters. However, the Windsor should get a special mention here just because it's wider than most on the list. Well, in terms of height, the Elroq is the tallest at 1654 millimeters. Then comes the Curvv at 1637 millimeters, followed by the Ioniq at 1625 millimeters and Enyaq at 1621 millimeters. The Hyundai wins in the wheelbase segment with 3000 millimeters of wheelbase, closely followed by the Škoda siblings at 2765 millimeters and then the Curvv at 2560 millimeters. Another special mention to the Windsor EV with its 2700mm wheelbase here. EVs have great storage options in all of them, a trunk and at times also a frunk. So with this, the boot space award goes to the obvious Enyaq with 585 liters, followed by the Ioniq at 527 liters and the Curvv at 500 liters. The Elroq falls short here with 470 liters of boot space only. Well, again, I can't stop myself from special mentioning the Windsor. It has 604 liters of boot space, you know. So most important thing for any Indian car buyer is checking the mileage or rather range here in this case of EVs. So both the Škoda siblings here have a range of 370 to 550 kilometers as per their respective battery options. The Tata shines bright here with very good range figures of 502 to 585 kilometers. The Hyundai tops the list with 631 kilometers of range from its big battery pack. Now, charging. All these cars take around 5.5 to 8 hours with basic AC charging. The Tata has 7.4 kilowatt AC charging while the other three biggies all have 11 kilowatt AC charging. In terms of DC charging, the Ioniq is the quickest as it is compatible with 150 and 350 kilowatt DC charging, which gets the car from 10 to 80% in just 18 to 21 minutes. The Elroq takes around 25 to 28 minutes with 145 or 175 kilowatt DC charging. The Enyaq gets 135 kilowatt DC charging and takes 35 minutes to charge from 10 to 80%. The Curve at the last takes 40 minutes to charge with its 60 or 70 kilowatt DC charging capability. Prices are interesting here. The Enyaq is the biggest and most premium offering from Škoda in this list, and it has an expected price range of 50 to 60 lakhs. The Ioniq is also pretty premium and it will cost you 46 lakh onwards ex-showroom in India. The Elroq is expected in India sooner and is expected to be priced around 30 to 35 lakhs. The Curve EV is obviously the most affordable of the lot and is priced at 17.49 to 21.99 lakhs. So this was it. I know what you're thinking. See, the idea of putting the Curve against these biggies was to see how well it fights in comparison, making it kind of a David in front of all these Goliaths. And the figures say that it does pretty well despite all odds. So how do you like the Elroq? Would you buy it the moment it steps in India? Let us know in the comments below. And for more such exciting spec comparisons, stay tuned to Overdrive. I'll see you soon.